Ugh. Good morning. It is morning. Yeah, hi, hello, how are you? My name is Callie, your resident Sassasai, and this is here to play games. And we're just gonna do a nice, chill subway cleaning this morning in PowerWash Sim. Maybe 20 minutes ago. Had my coffee. I'm ready to clean. Right, forgot I did the inside part. Now all I have left is the outside. That's it. If I can do the gates first. There's some gnarly rust on here, and I do not have any metal soap, if I remember correctly. It's gonna be kind of rough to get the rust off. Hopefully most of the rust is just concentrated around the edges, so I can focus there. Kind of what I'm hoping. I hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend so far. And if it's nearing the end of your weekend, I hope it was restful. You're prepared for another week. It's almost the end of the year, and ooh, in like what, 2-3 days? Yeah, it's the 29th right now. And I was talking to my roommates the other day, and they're asking me what my resolutions were, and I just kind of hit him with the man standing. Like, what do you mean y'all share your resolutions? I know for some people, sharing their resolutions helps them stay accountable, but for me, they're not quite like private things, but they're personal, in that I need to find like intrinsic motivation to do them. Otherwise, it's not likely to properly happen. I don't know. So I was kind of just like, I haven't thought about it yet, which is true because I have not. I always do that when I set up my new planner on either the 30th or the 31st, so that is a problem for future Cal, not now. Two different ones. Evil. Why did they choose to make it two different ones? God, I forgot this place has the creepy door opening. Okay, most of the rust should be off. It was easier to get off than I expected it to be, so I'm pleased about that. Okay. There's a couple things in the grates. Not surprising. Oh god. Okay, yeah. I just have to get into the grates now. That's annoying. I need the sounds to even out, please. Just felt like I was going insane. Oh, come on. Okay, thank God. Now this one. I have learned over the years to not set crazy resolutions, because some people are like, don't set resolutions at all. It'll, yes, I don't know what they think it'll do. I'm like, detract, or like, you won't finish it. And I'm like, well, I like having something tangible, like written down that I can come back to at the end of the year. Be like, did I do this? Almost. Or like, no, not really. It's like, why not? Did I just not prioritize it enough? Is it not something I'm interested in anymore? Like my priorities shifted? That kind of thing. And then oftentimes, which I've noticed because I set much more realistic goals, I'm like, yeah, I did do this. It's very satisfying to get to note it down. But yeah, I did do this. Why you set them to obtainable things. You're not just depressed at the end of the year when you mark off and look at it and go, oh, well, I didn't do that. Like, yeah, I did do that. But I feel like that just goes with anything. Like, be honest with yourself. And not delude yourself into thinking that, like, oh, I haven't read in like 5-6 years. But this next year, I'll surely read like 4 books a month. Like, I'm sorry, probably not gonna happen. Unless you go buku's crazy over like a specific thing. And you just like read everything that has to do with it. Which has happened and I've seen it happen. But the chances of it aren't very high. You have to be realistic and account for your own habits. Like, I didn't quite meet my reading goal this year. I'm not like super pressed about it because I had a bunch of shit going on and I prioritized other things. But I've been looking at some new mics, deciding if I want to get one, doing my research, and if I do, what kind of mic I want to get. And I'm not entirely decided right now, but I'm thinking it'll end up being an XLR, which opens a whole nother can of worms for any sort of audio interface that I might get. But that'll be one of my softer 2025 goals. I might also post like a couple streaming goals that I have for myself on Twitter. I don't have anything too crazy. It's mostly just personal development goal, not quite like any number goal, because I'm fully just doing this for my own enjoyment. But, yeah. Yeah, okay. Icky. Yeah, I like setting goals partially so that I could finish something specific, if that makes sense. I like the serotonin of getting to check something off a list and going, yes, I did do that. Good job, me. Oh, this is gonna be painful. Oh man. Yeah, this is gonna be real slow going without metal soap. Maybe not all of it is rusted, so. Ooh, but a decent chunk of it is. Okay, that's unfortunate. My cat is having lovely little morning zoomies behind me. Okay, cool, so it is going away. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't be, but I could hear my cat that time. Saw the mic light up in OBS. Funky little gal. Yesterday she was standing on the back of my chair and like on my shoulders, as she does, and she tried to jump from my shoulder slash the back of the chair to my bed. It was maybe 2 feet away max, and she didn't quite make it, and the bed is bouncy enough that she hit the edge and fully bounced off and hit the floor. I felt so bad for laughing, but I would not have like fathom I had just seen that. It fully looked like something out of a cartoon. And she was totally fine, of course. She was just looking at me like, hey, stop. Just sitting there cry laughing. It's so painful that she does this shit without anyone else witnessing. Because it's so fucking funny. And then I have to be the sole bearer of knowledge that it happened. Oh, it is all one. Interesting. Okay. I was wondering if it would be split in two like these were. No, it is not. Really good for me. It means I have to be slightly less thorough about the rust coming off. Why does it look like it's not really going down? Okay, maybe it is time. It's longer than I remembered. Quite dirty. Hello. I wish for the little ping of inflation, please. Between. Thank you. This is the subway, and it's all metal for the most part, which is... especially considering I ran out of metal cleaner very early, and it was just very annoying to get off without it. The last I have of it are the 2 tunnels on either side, because I cleaned the center bits. There's less metal. Fun that. Oh, nice. Okay. No rats. This is not the New York subway. I'm always baffled at the state of the New York subway, I won't lie. I'm sure other older subway systems look kind of similar, but it does look like the ceiling's about to cave in on you at any given point. At least in the stations I've been in, which is more than a handful. Especially because if I remember correctly, the ceilings are often the same kind. They're like the soft tiled ceilings that you find in a lot of like office buildings, which shocked me first time I was in one. It also amazed me that not more people try to like climb up in the ceilings. Maybe they're afraid of the rats that do live up there. Overlook how disgusting it is only because of how hilarious rats fighting over pizza is. Is that something you've seen before with your own eyes? 'Cause I've certainly seen videos of it. Okay, not in person, the videos, yes. It does seem like a specific lawless land, especially when it comes to rats. Fucking binaural audio from this is so funny to me. That was only half? Holy shit. Alright, get the copy. Ugh. I wonder if you could hear my cat's automatic feeder go off behind me like 4 minutes ago. Funny if you could. Like, she's less spastic right now. She's not sprinting around in circles. What's going on? She got fed. She's chill now. She's just a chill guy. Part I'm dreading the most is the, like, these. Because if there's any sort of rust on them, I'm cooked. Well, it doesn't really look like there's much rust on them. It's very nice and very helpful. They're probably like, let's not be that dicks. It's delightful and concerning that all of this is coming off so easily. Although I suppose this looks like concrete. So it shouldn't be that concerning. Don't get impatient. Be methodical. I think this level should have had trains coming occasionally. Honestly, there's a hard mode you can toggle on. Every time you get hit by a train, there's a new blood splatter you have to clean on the sides. Oh, it would be a funny hard mode. It doesn't actually exist, but it'd be funny. A hard mode in this, and it's just escaping from danger. Crime scene cleaner, yeah. The cleaning in Crime Scene Cleaner is so unserious, it's so funny. I was watching someone play it and like laughing a little too much. It reminds me of, oh god, there's one game that's similar to it in like concept and style, but it doesn't have a story to it, I'm pretty sure. And it's like co-op. It's fun. Yeah, it does. It's the cleaning serotonin. There we go. Okay, this is not that bad. Oh. It's honestly taken me a lot longer to work through PowerWash Sim than I expected it to. Partially because I think I rationed myself possibly too well in the beginning. So when it was like new and fresh and super, super exciting, I didn't just blast through it. There was a Shrek update. I think it's in bonus jobs. Yeah. Yeah. I saw people doing that, and as I like, and I was like, oh my god. It's so funny. I actually saw them play it before I even saw the update page. Reverse cleaning. Is that what it is? You just rub mud on everything. Mud and slime. think one of the things you clean is like Shrek's outhouse or something. Or I saw like a picture of his outhouse. That's what it is? Oh my god. I could never. Not to be violently the way that I am, but I could never do that. I'd get too stressed out. Okay. Thought there's a spot over here. I might just need to clean my monitor. Well, I know I need to clean my monitor, but I was looking at Facebook Marketplace yesterday because I've been looking for, I want to have nice, good, solid wood bookshelves. I don't know if that's gonna happen through Facebook Marketplace, but there's always a chance. And someone was selling this beautiful floral stained glass window. And I was like, I was so tempted to buy it. Only $60, but I was like, oh my god. That's just like an art piece. You can put that in a window. Or like backlight it, and that'd be so beautiful. I'm so obsessed with stained wood. Yeah, just the stained glass art from it, yeah. Stained glass window, yeah. It was like a small, residential type one, not like a fancy church one. Damn. The temptation is crazy right now. Dopamine decor. Maybe. I'll like stare at it a bit more. Like $60, and that's pretty cheap for like a good quality stained glass window, especially I think of that size. But I'm still like, opening night. Oh hey, I cleaned that. And that. Multi-purpose. It was on multi-purpose. Get this graffiti off. Subway was reopened again following extensive reporting in 1923. Mayor Jeff Jefferson the 11th. Closed again the following fall after the shocking revelation that Wilberforce Thrust had been using it to funnel trucks full of stolen money out of town. Not remotely surprising to me. The money was never recovered. I'm not surprised. I wonder if we'll recover it. I doubt it, but it'd be funny if we did. it's coming off easy enough like this. I want the film protection. They're trying to remake Cars and PowerWash Sim. Something I think is so impressive and concerning simultaneously are the people that, like, they remake full movies or shows inside of a game, and it's, like, accurate and good. That's both concerning and so fucking impressive. Like, that's a lot of fucking time. And that's so much energy, especially when they, like, corral other people into helping, and it's, like, not just them. Like, that's a time sink. And, like, you've got to be dedicated to do that. Whole fantasy movie cities in Minecraft, that shit's incredible. It's insane. Or like the Sims build, where it's like 30,000 cheats, but only base game information, like only base game stuff, and they rebuild like a shire or some shit. Or not only base game, like only in-game, no custom content stuff. And they just like remake Hogwarts or some massive castle or something. It's like, god damn. Shit. And then you try to load it and your computer just like coughs up blood and dies, and you're like, okay, well, yeah, that tracks. I tried to put one in my game once, just out of curiosity, because I wanted to like go poke around it. No. Not fucking happening. Okay. Halfway done on this wall. There we go. Doing the tiles like this is so satisfying because it's for the most part quite easy and quite quick to get things off, but you can't go too fast or you'll miss stuff. So it's like forcing you to go a little bit slower. Oh my god, talking about like the shit people build in Minecraft and The Sims. Not even to mention half the shit that people make in Roblox. Holy fuck. Slurp. Like the fucking, what is it, the fashion show game? Like, insane to me, honestly. Especially that a lot of the people making these are like kind of younger, I think. Especially for Roblox. Partially because I think they have the time and the like unwavering focus but crazy. So, I was about to say, I'm surprised they didn't have me power wash one of the racing cars. Of course they didn't. Power washing a car in reality, strip and paint off. But would that be power or pressure wash? I assume both, but back to the conundrum of which is which. Not the political ads still up after how many years? Jeff Jefferson in 12? Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the current, former mayor. Most current one we had. He did not clean up the city. I did. He didn't even pay me to clean up anything except for his boat and his house after he got egged. I should egg his toaster. I just cleaned it though. I think I should just rip it down. He's not even around to get upset anymore though, is the thing. He fled on his boat after I cleaned it. Presumably with the money that was being transported through these tunnels. Or at least some of it. Also, mayor being a family affair is kind of crazy. This is actual game lore, yeah. The texts on the side give you the game lore as you clean. It's very funny to me anytime I get like wild ass game lore. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm just cleaning. It reminds me of like a Magnus Archives episode that I was listening to at one point where it was like this plumber was called in to fix something. He was like, well, and in his statement, he was like, I'm not the most observant guy. And so he like came and left, and it was like, he didn't even notice that they were essentially fucking skinwalkers until like the third time, and they actively showed like the skin being pulled from people's bodies. He's like, I'm just gonna mind my business. They made it his business, as skinwalkers tend to do. I don't even know if skinwalkers is the correct term, but creepy shit. I need to catch up on where I was in the Magnus Archives. I kind of stopped randomly at one point. I think I started listening to more music instead. But I do very much enjoy the Magnus Archives. I do find it very, very funny though that I stopped listening in the middle of like a very big, insane arc. Where it was like, how could you stop during it? I've stopped watching shows and crazier before. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I think I stopped reading a manga in the middle of a massive life-changing fight scene before, and I just have not gone back to it still. So, I'm very bad about that. I'm bad about doing that, rather. Nice. Um, This is like super minor arcane spoilers. Not minor, but end of season 2 arcane spoilers. If you have not watched, turn off your ears. And then I will finish this when it is safe to listen. Yeah, I'll finish this little patch when it's safe to listen. But I was pitching Arcane to one of my friends. I think would really enjoy it because they're a big like film show buff, that kind of thing. Um, and and they sent me some sort of meme, and I like this, and they were right. I did like it. And it was like, you should watch Arcane. Like, you watch Arcane because there's canon lesbian. And they're like, And then I was like, the lesbians live, and they're like, I love when lesbians live. That happens so fucking rarely. Good coffee. Yeah. Okay. Spoilers over. Okay. Okay, now all I have is the tunnel floor. Rocks. There we go. I must keep cleaning for the rats. They must have a nice home to live. Enjoy consuming. Oh shit, no, I have to go at it from the sides. That's annoying. This for now. Yeah, these might need 3 passes. One to get the top, and then one for each side. It's not too bad though. I can mostly just use the WASD to move around and get it. That's what I'm doing now, so. They only need 2 passes actually, that's nice. Okay. I'll do this. Easy peasy for me. Mm. Okay. Let's go. This might need 2 passes. Might be fine if this allows me to be thorough enough. There we go. Alright. Getting pretty close, actually, on this side. Still have the entirety of your side, but it's fine. See how this goes. Oh. I may just need to take more trips because the screen is not cutting it. Oh, it might be fine if I do this though. I think it's doing pretty well. I'll just have to be mindful about the positioning of this guy. Just fine, it's not the end of the world. Okay, just get this side of the track at the same time. Sensitivity is looking crazy, and I think I even lowered it by a lot. If I'm remembering correctly. I don't get motion sick, but it was just like hard to control and unwieldy. Not like that. I've seen all this hype for the Epic, the musical stuff recently, and I know like exactly one song. So I'm thinking of like looking into it and like actually watching slash listening. I'm not sure. I think watching. I think there's music videos that go along with it. So that might be fun to do. But it'd probably be on my own time. But because of that, it reminded me of the Percy Jackson Lightning Thief musical, which I am a massive fan of, partially because it has George Salazar in it. I adore George Salazar. And I have one song from it stuck in my head. It's really funny. It's called Drive. Very good musical. Highly recommend listening to it. It's like 5 to 10 songs on Spotify. George Salazar is one of the characters in Be More Chill as well. Michael. As the incredible Michael in the Bathroom song, which is honestly probably my go-to karaoke song. Because it's a good song, it's fucking funny, but it also like fits my register for the most part. That and I know it in word for word so well. Oh, there's the track. This side of the floor better. I don't know why this track feels so different on this side. going. Something I've gotten more obsessed with recently, and I say more because I've always been kind of obsessed with it, is like watching people be really fucking good at games, no matter what the game is. It's like, I fail to see, or I struggle to see a reality in which I ever play Valorant again, partially because the pace of the game is not for me, and the people of the game are not for me. But my god, I love watching people play Valorant, and I love watching people be really fucking good at Valorant. And even League, which is I'm not the biggest fan of, as like, mostly in general because of the player base and way people interact with it a lot of the time. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Although that is softening a bit because I have a friend that gets very, very calm whenever they play League. And whenever I played with them a couple times, it never made me feel like shit. I love watching people be really fucking good at League, because I just like watching people be really, really good at games, especially that kind of game, where it takes like years of skill and knowledge to like just absolutely flatten people. And it's always like kind of disheartening because there's some people that are really fucking good at some games but don't want to stream it for various reasons. But the worst reason I've seen by far, or the reason that made me the most sad by far, is that people think that their viewer base wouldn't want to watch it. And I'm just like, what about me? What about me? I'm your viewer base. I want to watch it, please. I'm desperate. I'll embarrass myself for it. Please? Yeah. I just like watching people be really good at games. God, I do want an FPS that I enjoy again though. Because Fortnite's been pretty meh for a hot minute. I might try and get back into it, but it's also just like a massive game and I'm tired. Tired of having to update it constantly when it's such a large game. And it's like, yeah. And then Valorant, yeah, like I said, I struggle to see a reality in which I try that again. Just because the player base is so obnoxious. Because I played, I think, a couple games. I played a couple, like, full-length games and then some Swift play when I found out that Swift play existed. And people are just, like, absolutely horrific to you for the most part. Even if you're very clearly new, like, level 1, level 2. And they're just like, ugh, why are you not doing XYZ? And I'm like, brother, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just here to have fun. Come on. But it's also not the best for people that don't have, like, pinpoint aim, which is not me. But also, I don't want to play Overwatch anymore. I don't want to support Blizzard as a company. I'm also just not at all interested in Marvel Rivals, unfortunately, even though that seems to be, like, a Marvel-themed Overwatch clone. Yeah, I don't know. I just want Overwatch when it was good and the company was not super obviously shitty. So, I don't know. I might re-download Overwatch again and just like play it on my own time and not stream it. Because I do miss FPS competitive games like that. And maybe I will stream it, I don't know. We'll see how I feel doing it. Because I don't know. Half the time it doesn't feel good to play. Where it like kinda used to. But I feel like there's always this moral quandary with it. I don't know. Maybe I can compromise and just agree to myself to not spend any money in it no matter how good the skins are. Maybe actually that might be the way to go. Cracks, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Just need to worry about the floor. There we go. Like this side is done. Very satisfying. From that to that. Beautiful. This, that. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Do I want to keep going? Ugh. Let's see. I think I will. Even if I just do parts of this. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this part. It's the most annoying part with the rust. Let me also do this. So I can get closer to it without having to be physically closer to it. I do think it's interesting that this is one of the few things not split in two. Like this in the tracks. like all metal is not split in two. Kind of crazy that this rusted and the tracks didn't at all. The tracks are quite easy to clean, which is very convenient for me. There we go. I will say, the rust may be so fucking annoying. It's very satisfying watching it come off. That sounded like a whisper in my ear, and I really hated that, because there's not supposed to be whispers in my ear in this game. Nice. Trying to decide what I will focus on. I might do the ceiling. Yeah, I think I'll do the ceiling. It's a big one that knocks out quite a bit. I can also do this. There we go. God. Oh my god. Doing this backwards feels a little crazy. Oh my god, okay. That was kind of awful, I won't lie. This might be better. Yeah, it's a little better. Subway remained closed for another 30 years until community funding allowed for its renovation. It ran until 1984 when the main tunnel's extensive repointing finally failed, thankfully in the dead of the night. Oh. There we go. There's this side. Okay, under the ceiling. I think I'll finish this one today. It's been going on long enough. Deserves to be finished at this point. It's been 84 years. No, but I think this is the like third stream of me working on it, which is a bit excessive. Ooh. Not quite a straight line, but that's fine. The end of the world. I can imagine it'd be hot as fuck down here, honestly. Especially with all this lighting. Ooh. Because most of the subways I've been on have been like insufferably hotter than the above ground, and most of the subways I've been on have been in winter. So I'm just sitting there in my coat sweating underground, just like, oh. But you don't want to take it off, because the second you take it off, you're already gonna have to like go back up and then into the cold again. So like there's no point in taking it off, just to have to put it back on like minutes later. But then you're just sitting there sweating in the nasty subway. I wonder if the London Underground is as bad as the New York City subway in terms of cleanliness. Does anyone call it the Lunderground? Or is it just the tube? The tube. I think it'd be funny if they called it the Lunderground. The London Underground. Underground. Hello. Have you ever been on the London Underground? Because I was just wondering if it's more or less dirty than the New York City subway. I think it goes farther below ground. Much cleaner? Okay. It does go farther below ground, I'm pretty sure. Like much farther below ground. big stations, they also had glass between the rails and platform and slide open. That's over my... That's a good safety measure. I feel like more subway systems should implement that or something like that. It should. I enjoy laughing at British perception, like spatial perception, when it comes to distance. There was one person I saw that was like, I didn't get to see my father much at all this year because he lives so far away. And people are like, what? Like, I think I only got to see him twice this year because he lives so far away. People are like, oh, what? Why? I'm like, where does he live? They're like, he lives 45 minutes away. All the Americans in the chat going, what? Oh. I saw a lot of people going, my commute to work is an hour long. Just sitting there like... My favorite thing to see is, though, whenever, like, Brits come to the States and, like, actually properly travel, they're like, oh my fucking god. What the hell? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 45 minutes is the average drive time. It's so funny that British people are just like, even outside the US, yeah. It's not, yeah, that's why I think they even had like British people in their replies clowning on them. But I was like, brother, what? But I think it's because England itself is so small. I don't know. It's weird. This is one of those things that I just saw and went, okay. There's no point to think deeper about this. This is probably some poor 16-year-old British person that's just like, can't drive, hasn't learned how to drive. Like, whatever. I do think about it occasionally, though. Live in different realities. It's like when there was like the huge ice snowstorms that made national news for like knocking out a large portion of like power in central Texas a couple years ago. And like people from the northern US states were just like, you're fine. It's not even that cold outside. It was like 20s Fahrenheit below freezing. But people were dying because they don't have the infrastructure, they don't have the like resources and like structural support. So without power for so long, some stuff started to break and some people were like dying in their homes because of like CO2, and some people were like just freezing to death, while like people in the northern US were like, it's not that bad. It's like, okay, everything's relative. I'd like to see you suffer through 100+ degrees heat every summer. It's like, that's what Texas is built for. The northern states are built for winter. Yeah, almost like cities are built average temperature for their city. Exactly. So like in a lot of southern states, if they do get snow or ice, the roads like freak out, crack and break, because they're built for hotter temperatures. Meanwhile, in the north, if you get like hot weather, pretty much everyone's dying because there's less AC, because you don't need it. Yeah. And it's like, I think in some states in the south specifically, they don't have like snowmobile or like snowplows readily available, so it takes a lot longer to like plow critical roads because they just don't need them, so why have them on hand that much? Meanwhile, in the north, shit gets plowed before the earliest people wake up because they have armies of snowplows going around, and they have figured out which roads are the most critical to get first, and then they work out from there. Yeah, people baffle me. Especially with the lack of understanding that everything is relative. Okay. Fabric covered seats in subway trains? Yeah, that shit's nasty. It's also infinitely harder to clean. Plastic or metal, you can see what's on it. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, easier to clean, more likely to be disinfected properly, and without like diseases growing inside of them. Yeah, if there's like cloth covered seats, it's unlikely that I'm going to be sitting down unless it's like a long train. You bet your ass I'm standing. I don't give a shit how bad my bones hurt. Mm-hmm. Almost done. I'm gonna work bottom up from here. Can I draw something on the wall? Funny. Of course. There you go. I was absolutely taught how to draw a bunny from a bee as a child. And I've internalized that. And it's now a part of who I am as a person. Hmm. 25 looks like a squirrel. Really. Oh? The hell? Who the fuck is this? Anyway. I'm like hard focusing. Just so funny. Ugh, I'll go back and get those in a minute. I just want to go through and get the easier things to clean right now, surface level, and then go in and scrub later. Awesome. Nice. Now to this side. $94. I don't know if that's helping or making it worse, honestly. Not making it worse, but making it slower. These fucking burn marks. That's what that looks like. Looks like oil spills from the coloring, probably. Weird that there are like oil spills on this side, but not the other one. Now I need to go down to this. Almost there. We'll do this. That'll be good. Come on, keep it going. This works. It's a little cursed, but it's fine. Nice. Okay. Now it's just this. I'll do this for now. Just get this area done, and then I'll go back in and get the real slicks. Go. Okay, that gets rid of it embarrassingly fast. That. One more. Go. Yay, we did it after 3 streams. Ooh, but this is so satisfying. Oh, that's satisfying. Your work has been signed off. Congratulations. Thank you, Commissioner Barry Onyx. The fortune teller's wagon. That'll be fun. But that is for next time. Oh, goodness. Alright. Well, that will be it from me for now. Not for today, but for now, because later today I will be doing a TCG card sim stream. The time might change on that, so we'll see. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, morning, evening, whatever time zone you may be in. I hope it is fantastic. And I hope to see you later with TCG Card Shop. Farewell.